budgets are not produced. They are only superintended upon by the parliament. So it is the ministers, in short, the ministries, departments, and agencies of government and their heads, headed by what you call the accounting officers, permanent secretaries, directors general, and all that. They produce the budgets. What the National Assembly, state assemblies, parliaments, even councillors do is to look at it whether it affects and will impact on their constituents. Where it does not, where there are shortages, where there are excesses, they trim down. Where there are no additions, for instance, you go and bring boreholes to my constituency and my community needs a road, and you are packing boreholes and rigs cannot even get there because there's no road. It is my duty as an assembly member, as a parliamentarian, to take it out upon your defense and let you know that you are busy putting generally water problem. Water problem in one area is not water problem in my area. So it's what the parliament does that irritates the executive, because they are used to the military, where you have just commissioners and the governors, in the case of the state and at the national level. Here today, again, 24 years into our new democracy, we are busy discussing Akpabio, because some people already have the mindset that pulling down an Akpabio is part of their ministry. They must run it as a mission in politics. At other times, it is that every person who holds a government position is already, the mindset is that he's a thief. So whatever comes out of government cannot and should not be believed. So when you have those type of people, all you have for them is pity, and let them be, because there's no explanation that will suffice. I've been bullied on social media, and sometimes from even high-level persons, who call me to say, why do you go discussing this in the media space? With respect to a lot, you tell the truth. How come you are defending these thieves? And as a former parliamentarian, I remain one, because the experience and exposure remains forever. And what does that tell you? I'm talking about Akpabio. He's first among equals in the parliament, even in your home, when your mother is dishing food. Is your food of the children the same with their father? It never happens. In a polygamous home, there are 4 or 5 wives. They are all equals first as wives. The first wife, or the senior wife, as the case may be, will not have the same share, because even the children are senior to the younger ones. So you have all this in our tradition, in our culture, even in our politics. Will the governor's constituency or community enjoy the same thing as his SSG? When you look at the state budget, when you look at the budgets of the state houses of, will the speaker's budget be the same with the minority leader or the majority leader? It doesn't just gel. Let's not pretend about that. Most of the time, what you're even calling about too many projects is people who come into the National Assembly feel that they should lobby and impress the National Assembly using the presiding officers as a bait in order to get their budgets passed. And what do? Look at what I put in their community. Look at what I put in their constituency.
So the question now is, does this make it right?
There is absolutely, if anything is wrong, that is why there are public hearings. It is the duty of the public during public hearings to point this out, not after the budgets have been passed. Budgets are not just brought to the National Assembly and then they pass them. There are public hearings, there are committee meetings. Budgets are committed to committees. Agri committee, take. Defense committee, take. Water committee, take. And then they call for the public to come and make input. Ask the people who are talking now, how many of them have read the budget? Go and look at the line budget. What did they say? Deep freezers, refrigerators, and other empowerment items.
For women.
For women. I went deeper. There are 203,467 women in the 10 local governments that make up Akwa Ibom Northwest, where Akpabio represents. 2.5 billion means 250 million per local government. Now put the totality of 203,467 and divide it by 2.5 billion. That is 12,287 naira per a woman to buy a refrigerator, a generator, depending on what she is doing, do a table market. So if you give them cash, they are now to set up or start up a business. In today's Nigeria, if you buy a deep freezer, even as cheap as 10,000 naira, I don't know if there's any deep freezer in Nigeria today for 100,000. If you have to even do ice block, especially in this heat period, where you say, I want to go into just ice block, it means you must buy a generator and a deep freezer. Let's take the cheapest thing you can run with that money. A generator and a deep freezer. What again do you require? Gas for the refrigerator and petrol for the generator, isn't it? Then your workers, then the water purchase, then the packaging of the water. Put that together for 12.2 million. That is what you are shouting about. Now, how many people are taking time to even look at that? That we are saying that if the person is restricted to do deep freezer and generator, otherwise the person wants to do a table market to say, I want to sell rice, I want to sell bread, I want to do oil or want to do soap. Look at the cost of those things and tell me whether what you are saying, those women do not deserve it. And there is the other social investment things that go on. Now take that out and then ask these people whether they even went down to break it down to this level to which I have done, and take it line by line. So I opposed it on that ground. Today, President Tinubu is saying the same thing. No more negotiations, no more discussions. There will be some damages, there will be some losses. Of course, it will come at a cost. But please, it is not fashionable anywhere. We had an American in the hands of bandits around Gwari. Not up to 10 years, not up to 10 years. The Americans left Washington, got to Gwari, liquidated the insurgents, and took away the boy and returned to the US. I am from Buki local government in Cross River State, the last Congolian rainforest, equatorial rainforest in sub-Saharan Africa. The nearest to it is in the Congo Democratic Republic, which have been ravaged because of the search for diamonds. But we still have trees that were there from Adam till today. So I know what a forest is. That's what I'm saying. The Cross River National Park houses the last rainforest in Nigeria. So I know what a forest is. So when I fly from here to Maiduguri and they tell me that there are some people in some forest in difficult terrain, I just feel they are mocking our military. Obasanjo is still alive. He fought in the Congo. The forest he fought in, is that the one they are talking about in Sambisa? Is that the one they are talking about in Gwari? You go to shrubs, simple geography. When did we start having forests in the savannah? So what are they telling us in an age of drones? In an age of technology, we are still talking about forests in the savannah. Shrubs have become trees. Do you know what a mahogany tree looks like? Do you know what an iroko looks like? No bomb on earth can bring down an iroko. It can only cut some branches and some leaves. No bomb has been created on earth that can bring down an iroko. Ask America what happened to them in Vietnam. I am saying that the Nigerian military, the Nigerian security forces, the DSS, the Nigerian Intelligence Agency, the Defense Intelligence, all these forces combined, I am saying that if they are given a free hand, as the president is about to do now, that this insurgency will stop. That they are not given a free hand, and that their internal agencies and mechanisms that are thwarting and stultifying all the operations of our military. That our security agencies are up to the task. All they need is a sincere and honest order to take out this. And now that the president has given marching orders on these 268, don't forget that only 2 or 3 days ago, another 61 were taken.
Yes.
Another 61 were taken while we are still talking about the 287.